Hi, I'm Cassidy and this is Cozy Peach Kitchen, where I show you how to make easy vegetarian recipes. Today we are making jackfruit with a barbecue sauce, aka pulled jackfruit. It has this amazing texture that makes it a really good meat substitute. I'm going to show you how to serve it on tacos with a delicious mango salsa, and we're also eating it on burger buns as a pulled jackfruit sandwich. This is served with a very delicious mustard slaw. And as always, I have these full recipes on my blog, cozypeachkitchen.com. I'll link them down below, and those have all kinds of substitution and customization ideas that you can check out for each full recipe. If you're new to jackfruit, it is a fruit that originates in Malaysia and southern India. Now, if you've seen it in the grocery store and you're thinking of this huge pokey fruit and thinking, how am I supposed to prepare that? Don't worry, you don't have to. I just buy canned jackfruit. It's already sliced, already prepared, and it makes the whole situation a lot easier. I want to start by pouring any liquid off of the canned jackfruit, and I also like to rinse the jackfruit because it is in a very salty brine. I like to use a scissors to cut it up. I think that's just a really easy way to do it. You can also chop it with a knife. So cut from top to bottom, and you'll cut each piece into about 4 smaller pieces. I do leave the core and the seeds in. Those are edible and they add a little bit of texture and make it a little more meaty. Now, you can use a store-bought barbecue sauce, but I love doing this homemade one because I have a lot of control over the flavor. Start by adding 1.5 cups or about 12 ounces of tomato sauce to a medium sauce pot. This is over medium-high heat right now. Add in 1/4 cup of molasses and 1.5 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. You can also use spicy brown mustard or a ground mustard, but I really like the seeds in this mustard. Add in 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and add in 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. And then add in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I like to add some red pepper flakes too, but you can omit these if you don't want it to be spicy. So it's on medium-high and it should be coming up to a rapid simmer. And once it gets to that point, reduce it to medium-low. You just want a slow simmer. And as it simmers, it'll evaporate off some of that liquid and it'll get a lot thicker. So we're basically just simmering until it's thick enough to coat the back of a spoon without sliding right off. And it will get thicker as it cools down in the fridge. So if it's not as thick as you like, don't worry, it should thicken up more, and you can always just keep simmering the barbecue sauce if you need to. Next up, we are going to make that barbecue jackfruit filling. So I'm going to start by adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a large skillet. This is over medium-high heat. Once that's hot, go ahead and add in 1 small diced onion. Now I'm going to cook that for about 6 to 8 minutes, and try not to burn it like I did, but if you do, it'll still taste good. Add in 3 cloves of minced garlic and cook it about a minute more. It should smell really good at this point. Then go ahead and add in those 2 cans of shredded jackfruit that we prepared earlier. Add in 1/4 cup of vegetable broth or water if you want. Stir it all together, then cover it up with a lid, and we're going to simmer that over medium-low for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, take that lid off and a lot of steam will come off of it. Pour in that barbecue sauce. I'm using 1.5 cups of barbecue sauce. The one we made earlier makes 2 cups. And stir it all together so that it's thoroughly coated. Then we're just going to cook it over medium-low heat for another 5 minutes until that barbecue sauce really infuses into the jackfruit. And you can cook it longer if you want. It's kind of like marinating. It'll just get more flavorful the longer that you cook it. So the tacos come with a mango avocado salsa that is super delicious. So I have 1 cup of diced mango here, and I'm adding 1 whole diced avocado as well. I'm also adding in a diced beefsteak tomato. Add in just a pinch of salt. Add that black pepper to taste. I'm using really just about 1/8 teaspoon. And mix it all together with a squeeze of lime juice, and it will taste amazing even though it's so simple to make. And I always prepare my corn tortillas on a hot cast iron skillet. It's really worth getting them nice and golden for your tacos. And there you have it. Super simple to throw together those jackfruit tacos. The avocado and the mango go so well with that sweet barbecue sauce. Last but not least is the coleslaw for our sandwiches. This is a really delicious, simple, crispy coleslaw. Slice up half of a cabbage as thinly as you can, and then chop that a little bit into coleslaw pieces. Of course, you can always use prepackaged coleslaw mix if you want as well. To make the sauce that goes on the slaw, we are taking 2 tablespoons of whole seed mustard, mixing that with apple cider vinegar, sugar, salt, and a little bit of mayonnaise to make it nice and creamy. This is a vegan mayonnaise. You can use whatever kind of mayonnaise you like though. Whisk it all together, and then add a little bit of shredded carrot to your slaw. That just adds a little bit of color and more crunch. And pour that sauce onto the cabbage, mix it all together, and you have yourself a super creamy and delicious crunchy slaw. And now, of course, we have to assemble the sandwiches. So I put that slaw down, add a little bit of that barbecue jackfruit, maybe a little more barbecue sauce to make it extra saucy, and some pickles, and it is super delicious when it's all put together. And that's how you make barbecue jackfruit 2 different ways. As always, please leave a like if you liked this recipe, because that's how I know to make more recipes and more videos like this, and I only want to make recipes and videos that you actually want to watch. Leave a comment down below letting me know which recipe you want to make first, either those pulled jackfruit sandwiches or those tacos. Both are really delicious and they're both definitely worth a try. Thank you so much for watching. I share new easy vegetarian recipes every single Wednesday, so I hope to see you back here next week.